In this video, I'll be breaking down how much you need to make in order to afford a 2023 Toyota Tundra. I think you should really consider following one of these rules in order to avoid making a huge car buying mistake that'll set you back financially for years to come. I've also got a link included for a free auto insurance quote. You could save up to $600 a year in the description below, save a little bit of money for you, but more on that later. There are 4 options I'll be going over today. You can decide on which one suits you the best depending on how into cars you are. Some people just want a reliable form of transportation to take them from point A to point B, and some are willing to sacrifice quite a lot more in order to get the car that they really want to drive. Stick around to the end of the video, find out what method would be best for your personal situation and preferences. This is 4-Wheel Finance, a channel dedicated to helping you make smart financial decisions. Before I dive into the first rule, these videos take quite a lot of time and effort to make, so please give it a like, click the subscribe button, comment down below what other vehicles you would like me to review. First rule I'll be going over today is the 24-10 rule. In this states you must put at least 20% down, you shouldn't finance it for more than 4 years or 48 months, and the payment shouldn't be more than 10% of your monthly gross income. Since the 2023 Toyota Tundra has an estimated MSRP of $38,000, you would need to put down $7,600. And with the average new vehicle interest rate of 3.86% and a 48-month term, this would bring your monthly payment to $684.50. Take note here that you're also paying about $2,500 in interest. Bankrate states that the average monthly insurance cost is $148, but this varies a ton from person to person, where you live, your age, driving habits, your gender. So use that smart financial link I've got there in the description. It's the first one. It'll get you a free quote just to see how much it would cost for you to insure something like this Tundra or any other vehicle for that matter. This brings your monthly total to $832.50. Going back to that 24-10 rule, given your monthly cost is $832.50, you would need a monthly gross income of 10 times that, or $8,325. And this would add up to about $99,900, so $100,000 a year basically. I really encourage you to take a look at the opportunity cost here. If you were to buy a cheaper $10,000 car and put what would be your car payment of $684.50 in the market instead, over the course of 5 years with a pretty conservative 6% rate of return, that would turn into $47,794.54, gaining over $6,000 in interest. Again, give a look at those Acorns and M1 Finance links in the description down below. It's super easy to get started, and I encourage you to get started as early as you can. Even a small amount of money can turn into something pretty special over a long-term period. And this is just for the first 5 years. If you were to continue for 10 years, it would amount to $111,754, again, just at that 6% rate of return. And for reference, the stock market averages around 10% return per year, so this is pretty conservative. The next rule is my own, and for my rule, I think you need to have at least a 6-month emergency fund, invest 15% of your gross income into your 401k, and max out your Roth IRA, and if you have a high deductible health plan, max out your HSA as well. And I know this seems like a ton of saving, but I don't give you a monthly percentage rule in terms of spending that you have to stick to. Once you hit these goals I've set up for you, it's up to you to decide what you really want to spend that additional monthly income on. If you want to go on more vacations and vehicles don't mean too much to you, or if you'd rather spend less on that and, buy more car parts or buy a newer car or go out to eat more, it's up to you beyond that saving point. That's really all I care about, is as long as you're hitting your saving and investing goals, the rest is a little bit more disposable. And people will say, well, that's a ton of saving and nothing's really guaranteed. And while that's completely true, nothing's guaranteed, but it's difficult putting a value on having peace of mind for yourself or your family's future. So I highly, highly encourage you to get started investing as early as you can. The next rule is a Dave Ramsey rule, and he thinks you should have a 3 to 6 month emergency fund. The vehicle shouldn't be more than 50% of your annual gross income, and you should purchase it in cash. Given that the 2023 Toyota Tundra is estimated at about $38,000, your annual gross income would need to be a minimum of $76,000. Ideally, it's nice to purchase a car in cash, as you would avoid having to pay that $2,000 in interest, and your insurance would be a bit lower. But then again, not everyone has $38,000 in cash that they can put towards a car, and there is a slight chance that you might earn more money if you actually put that money in the market instead of putting it in a car. Final rule here is the 1/10 rule, which was developed by Financial Samurai. Personally, one I think the majority of people trying to build their wealth rapidly should consider. It's pretty stringent, doesn't allow you to buy a new car, but it's set up to help you spend responsibly, reduces your car financial ownership stress, and increases your net worth a little bit quicker over time because of how drastic it is. It's very straightforward. It just states that you shouldn't spend more than 10% of your gross annual income on a vehicle. And you need to own it for at least 5 years, but ideally more. And the theory behind this here is to minimize your financial stress. It frees up a little bit of money to invest in assets or opportunities that may come your way. It's much more stressful making difficult life decisions like whether to move, whether to get a new house, whether to have another kid, take another job, when you're worried about payments each and every month, especially car payments. Once again, this is 4Rule Finance. If you have any other questions regarding car buying or how much of a car you can afford, please leave them in the comments below. And if you'd like to save a little bit on your car insurance each month, give that Smart Financial link a go. See how much you can maybe save there. It's totally free. Takes 20-30 seconds. Let me know what other vehicles you'd like me to review in the comments below.